Hey, this is Brian Wall with worshiptutorials.com. This is a tutorial for the song This Is Amazing Grace. It's popular right now, a version by Wickham. It's also out there, I believe, by Bethel Church, and I'm sure there are going to be other versions of it popping up here and there because this is a very popular song right now. I really love this song. I found that it fits well, like if you're doing a set kind of as a second song. If you do a big opener, you can follow up with this one. It kind of drives. It's got a good beat. It feels really good. It moves pretty fast. Lyrics are great, and I'm going to teach it to you in the Wickham arrangement off of his latest album. I can't remember the name of it right now, but that's the arrangement I'm going to show you. I like to do this in the key of A, so that's the key I'm going to teach it in today. I think it's a little bit lower than what Wickham does, but key of A is where we are at. I'm actually going to do it in open A. I know a lot of times I show you how to play songs using G chords with a capo somewhere, so I thought I'd change it up a little bit, do a song in A, and one of the reasons is I like to do this kind of a thing in the intro, and you can slide up. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So the chords we are going to use are A. I typically play like this A2 version of A, and I also like to play it in this song in particular with my third and fourth fingers because it allows me to slide into this, I don't know what you would call this, like a D power chord kind of a thing. It's built on, it would be a D bar chord. So your index finger is barring on the 5th fret, and your 3rd and 4th fingers are on the D and G strings of the 7th fret. But you can kind of cheat it and play mute the low E string, put your index finger on the 5th string, and then 3rd and 4th fingers on the 7th string, and then let the B and the E ring open. It has kind of a cool sound. You can also play your D like a standard D. And I often do in certain places in the song. So A, D, depending on what flavor of D you want. F sharp minor, which I play in this chord, this finger form. It is 3rd and 4th fingers on the 4th string of the A and D string. 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G, and then an E, and that is, especially when you come off of that F sharp minor, it's easy to slide into your E, so you can use 3rd and 4th fingers on the 2nd fret of the A and D string, 2nd finger on the 1st fret of the G. You can also play it like this if that's the way you know it. I think it's always good to be as efficient as possible with your fingerings, but if using an alternate fingering causes you sort of to hesitate when you get to a chord, play it whatever way you know best. But it is good to work on kind of being able to slide and not move all your fingers around all the time if you don't have to. Okay, so we got A, D, F sharp minor, E, 4 chords and a plan. That's how this song is going to go down. So let's talk strumming pattern. This song, like I said, it kind of drives. So to emulate that on guitar, what you're kind of emulating is what the drummer is doing on the hi-hats, I think. That's how you could think about it. So I like to do this. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, 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 let me slow that down for you. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now think about what the drummer is doing. This is a good practice when it comes to strumming patterns. What is the drummer doing? So if you think about this song, it's kick, snare, and that snare happens on the 2 and the 4. The kick happens on the 1 and the 3. So kick, snare, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? That pattern kind of goes throughout, especially in the big parts in the intro. So you're emphasizing the snare. If you think about the kick as that kind of low end thud, and the snare is the big pop. You want to emphasize the snare, so you're going to emphasize the 2 and the 4. When it comes to acoustic guitar strumming, you really want to lock into the drummer, because while you are a melodic instrument, you're also a rhythmic instrument with what you're doing with your right hand, or left hand if you're left-handed, with your strumming hand. So emphasize where that snare hits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's a lot of strumming, because when you play it, the intro goes A to D. You play it, it sounds like this. So when you get into the verse, you might want to lay off of it a little bit. Who brings the power of sin and darkness? And I found it's nice when you want to do that, to just down strum in this song. Down, 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 down. You could do a different pattern if you want. Who brings the power? Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. So that's how you can kind of get around with the strumming patterns. Your main one that you're going to use in the turnaround sections is down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then just kind of take that pattern and pull back a little bit for the other sections of the song. Okay, so our intro is A for 2 measures, to D for 2 measures. This is where I like to do the slide up. Back to A. To D. And now we're into the verse, and it goes A, power, to D for 2 measures, to F sharp minor for 1 measure, to E for 1 measure, and then to a D. And then back to an A. We're still in the verse. Who shakes the whole earth and leaves us breathless and on wonder. F sharp minor, E to D for 2 measures. This is amazing grace. Now we're into the chorus. So what I would like to do is sing the song for you. It's very simple. It's just A, D, F sharp minor, E. The chords will kind of follow me right here, and it goes like this. Starting in the A. Who brings the power of sin and darkness, whose love is mighty and so much stronger, the King of glory, the King above all kings. There's this little D turn around. Who shakes the whole earth with holy thunder and leaves us breathless in awe and wonder, the King of glory, the King above all kings. There's this D. This is amazing grace. Now we're in the chorus. This is amazing grace. A. This is unfailing love to D. Again, you can play this D, or you can go up here. That you would take my place, F sharp minor, for 2 measures this time. That you would bear my cross to E. You would lay down your life is an A. That I would be set free to D. F sharp minor, I sing for E, all you've done for me. And then you go back to a turnaround section, which is just like the intro, A to D to A to D. So I will play for you the chorus, and I'll do that little turnaround, which gets us back into verse 2. So, this is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. To an F sharp minor, you take my place, that you would bear my cross, you lay down your life, that I would be set free. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, I sing for thee, all that you've done for me. This is an A, up to a D. I actually think it goes right into the next verse. Who brings our chaos back into order? So you might notice that these verses are kind of like repeating sections. So the first verse goes, whose love is mighty and so much stronger, who leaves us breathless and on wonder, the King of glory, the King above all kings. Then it has a little D turnaround, and then it goes into the next kind of a repeated phrasing of that verse. So the first verse, between those two phrases, has this little D turnaround, and you hear it on the album as kind of this cool delayed guitar part. Okay? The second verse doesn't have that little turnaround section, so it just goes straight into the next part. So, who brings our chaos is the second verse. Who brings our chaos back into order, then leave the orphan, a son and daughter, the King of glory, the King of glory, who rules the nations. See, it went straight from that E to an A. I remember the first time I played this song with the band, that part threw me because some of us went to the D, some of us, this did not include me this time, but it should have, some of us actually paid attention to the song in the chart that we had, and we noticed it didn't go back to that D, it went straight into the A. So you don't do that little D turnaround in the second verse, but otherwise it's the same. You do play that D turnaround before you go to the chorus though. So the second verse, it might be easier if I just play it through and you see how it goes. So who brings our chaos back into order, who makes the orphan a son and daughter, the King of glory, the King of glory, right back, who rules the nation with truth and justice, shines like the sun in all of its brilliance, the King of glory, the King above all kings. Here's this D turnaround. This is amazing grace. And then you're into the chorus again. When you finish with that chorus, it goes into another turnaround section. You notice what I refer to as turnarounds are these little in between. It gets you from like the chorus to the bridge or the chorus to the verse, or that's what we call turnaround. So after the second chorus, the turnaround is just an A. And then the bridge is worthy, and it's just A. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Run out of breath. To a D. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Back to A. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Now the band kind of picks up. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain is an A. To a D. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. To an F sharp minor. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain is an A. Worthy, worthy is a D. Worthy. This is amazing grace. So it's just A to D to A to D to A to D to F sharp minor to A to D. Okay? I'll play it through so you can see exactly how it goes. So, we come right out of the second chorus. Here we go on the bridge. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain, and worthy is the King who conquered the grave. and plays the chorus, and then it outros the same way it intros. A to D. That is it. This is Amazing Grace. All of the chords, exactly how to play it. It's a very simple song. It's a really fun song to do. Very congregational. We've sung this a few times in our worship services, and people seem to really like it. So if you don't have this one implemented into your worship sets, I encourage you to do so. It's a great song. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know below or head over to Worship Tutorials, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, this is Brian with worshiptutorials.com. The music that you hear in the background right now is called pads, and I believe pads can help completely transform your worship sets. They can help you create awesome environments. They can really help you with transitions and just help make everything smooth. So what pads are is a sound bed that helps create warmth and atmosphere. If you head over to worshiptutorials.com by clicking the link here in the video, you can sample the pads, you can listen to the actual sounds that you will get, you can play along to them to see how they might work in your workflow. What you get are 12 MP3 files. They're 20 minutes long each. There is one file for each of the 12 major keys. These pads are not progression specific, so that means you don't need a click track. For example, if you're playing a song in the key of G, you can just play the key of G pad underneath your song, and anything you play in that key will just fit right in. It'll be seamless, and they just sound great. So head over to Worship Tutorials, check them out. I hope that these are helpful for you. Thanks.